Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday night. It can only mean one thing. It's non-stop wrestling Raw, live from the Raw Arena. You're in the presence of beautiful Dave Easton and Matt Rhodes, SmackDown's Matt Rhodes. Matt, good evening.
Hello, Dave.
We are just 13 nights away from the end of season 1 of non-stop wrestling. And Matt, so much going on tonight. We are going to start things off, I do believe, a hardcore championship match, triple threat. Big Boss Man putting his title on the line against Curtis Barnett and Mark Russ.
Yeah, the returning Mark Russ, and it's surprising to see Big Boss Man. I guess he's looking for a challenge since no one can take it one-on-one.
Well, indeed, and we're going straight into the action. This is your opening contest of Raw. And Matt, let's talk about the Big Boss Man. How dominant he's been in these hardcore matches.
Yeah, ever since he left NXT from being world champion and moved on to the main roster, he's been just unbelievable.
And well, this is another chance to show how dominant he is. Triple threat. Remember, it is coming round to WrestleMania. It's 2 short weeks away. And really, you have to say, can Bossman hang on to it? I would say he's got a great chance of hanging on to it to the end of season 1.
Yeah, he's had enough time to really work his way into being a hardcore champion, and he's been the longest running champion, I think, for our hardcore champions.
He has indeed. But what about this guy, Matt? Curtis Barnett, you wouldn't really think in the hardcore division, but a big chance for him.
Yeah, it'd be a nice way to see him kind of break out of the mold and see what he can do in a hardcore style kind of match.
Well, no Megan with him tonight, but I'm sure Curtis Barnett is really going to go after his first championship here in non-stop wrestling, and what a chance to do it. Remember, Bossman doesn't have to be pinned to lose the title.
It's not a champion's advantage in this kind of matchup. Anyone can get the pin at any time, and Big Boss Man could be outside the ring and not have any time to get in there to save it.
And even the pin could come outside the ring as well.
Yeah.
And this guy, Matt, I would say Mark Russ really could fit into this division. Sort of got a hardcore style kind of wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen him since his title shot against Daniel Bryan when he cashed in Money in the Bank. So it'd be interesting to see what his new mindset is going to be now coming back into the fold. Indeed.
We have Mark Russ very curious by his absence here. We haven't seen him or heard from him, and then he is back here tonight on Raw. Let's see what happens. Triple threat rules, ladies and gentlemen. First person to get a pinfall or submission will take home the hardcore title. And remember, it is, well, the excitement building towards WrestleMania. One of these guys could head into WrestleMania as the hardcore champion, depending really if the hardcore defense is next week as well, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, this title's been a very sought-after title for a lot of people, but Bossman's been able to hold on to it, and hopefully we'll see him at WrestleMania defending it.
Yeah, Bossman, of course, well, as you see, we're seeing during the introductions, really has become Mr. Hardcore.
Yeah, no one else has been able to take it from him. I mean, he's been champion for the past, 3 or 4 weeks now. Yeah,
and remember in the hardcore and triple threat styles, you may think you get one person down, then all of a sudden another person's on the top of getting you. So you could really got to watch your back at all times.
Yeah, I'm surprised Curtis and Mark aren't trying to team up to take Boss Man out just to get it one-on-one between those two.
Well, you've got to be very careful. Look at this. Mark Russ with a spear early on. You've got to say, it looks like everybody's up for this one early on in this contest. Look at that, Russ delivering a big slam to Curtis Barnett, and another spear. Russ is on form here tonight, taking down Curtis.
Definitely no ring rust on him tonight.
Yeah, maybe that championship match he had back at Survivor Series with Daniel Bryan, maybe it's just sort of lit a fire under him. Maybe that's why he just wanted to take a couple of weeks away, come back, reassess everything, and then come back here to the hardcore division, and maybe this is why he may feel his home is.
Yeah, it could possibly be the best fit for him.
As Bossman and Curtis Barnett here. Barnett, don't count Curtis Barnett out of this one. Definitely, as you see, out of the three, you wouldn't class him as the hardcore type, but I definitely wouldn't class Curtis Barnett out, especially after the troubles he's went through, Matt, over season 1.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of lost focus here and there throughout the season, but seems to kind of get back on track toward the end of it.
And look at this now. This is maybe the double team that you're talking about, Matt. Trying to work over Bossman. As Curtis Barnett now trying to soften the Bossman up just a little bit more. Going for that submission. I think this surely should be broke up. Yeah, Mark Russ is not going to have any of that. Especially this early on in the contest. But as you say, when you think though, Matt, a submission move like that, you know Bossman's not going to give up. Why not let him just suffer for a bit? Anyway, Raw continues. Dave Easton and Matt Rhodes with you as Raw continues on. This is the Monday here with a very important message. All the wrestlers here in Non-Stop Wrestling are professionally trained athletes. We urge our fans not to try this at home, school or anywhere. Stay safe. Don't try this. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. During the break, you can see everything has broken loose. Well, stairs, crutches, everything you can see. And Matt, as you see, Bossman's in the wrong part of town here.
Yeah, he needs to get over there and kind of make sure he's aware. Oh, nice throw.
Nice throw under the stairs. Mark Rush really shown his dominance so far in this hardcore match during the break. And you've got to say, a big chance for one of these guys to take the title away from Bossman. Bossman coming across a pair of steps. You don't want to be on the wrong end of them.
Nope, then he just put him down.
Yeah, that's the thing. Half Boston crab really got to be careful of the submission move here. Bossman, and now Mark was taking turns on Curtis Barnett. And Barnett now on the receiving end, trying to get something on here. Mark Russ throws him back inside the ring. Crowd here now appreciate standing here with these three as Russ comes back outside. Bossman stalking Curtis Barnett with the stairs. Not looking good. Barnett though picks the crutches up. Might need to defend himself now, but manages to really get Bossman to go in the opposite corner, so they all drop the weapons. All three men back in the ring again. Curtis Barnett picks up nice back suplex by Curtis Barnett. Is that enough to beat the new hardcore champion at the cover? One, Bossman comes across and stops the pin here. Russ though, looking for the last ride, gets him up.
Onto the stairs?
Yeah, this could be right on top of the stairs. Oh my goodness, it is onto the stairs! Bossman,
that's got to be the end of Bossman.
Curtis Barnett is just in shock. And Mark Russ is your new hardcore champion. Oh my goodness. Matt Rhodes, what a way to end Bossman's reign as hardcore title holder.
Yeah, that was definitely like the biggest OMG moment I've seen here in NSW. He slammed him right on them steps, nearly broke him in half.
Bossman, how is he even still recovering? He's got to be shocked from that, but I think Curtis Barnett was more shocked than anything else. And Mark Russ, well, there you go, comes back into the hardcore division, takes the title in his first match. Got to say, big congratulations to Mark Russ.
Yeah, very impressive comeback win.
There you go, Mark Russ is your new hardcore champion. And we are going to go backstage. John Laurinaitis backstage, and well, Trey Donovan and Corey Graves. Remember them from last week, Matt, losing to the Spotlight in the #1 contendership match.
Yeah, it was very unexpected that the Spotlight was put into that match, and it's just a shame that Corey and Trey couldn't take them out.
Well, Laurinaitis laying down the law here, saying that you couldn't even beat that. Look at Graves, Graves saying, well, you made the damn match. And Laurinaitis is not going to be happy with that. Well, look at that. He's saying that they're going to face the Wyatt family next in a table match.
That's not going to be good. That sounds like a punishment to me.
Yeah, indeed. That, and well, you want to cross the boss. And coming up next, it is a Tornado Tag Team table match. It is Trey Donovan, Corey Graves, and they're going to take on the Wyatt family members of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. And well, maybe this will learn these two not to really cross the boss match.
Yeah, if they could have got the job done last week, they might not have been in this spot, but I guess you got to kind of take your punishment when it's dealt out to you.
Well, what a start to this night's episode of Raw already. We have a new hardcore champion, and these two guys are going to have to take it to hardcore if they're going to win this next match. First really tag team table match we've seen here on Non-Stop Wrestling, and well, not really the opponents you want to see them go against.
No, I know I wouldn't want to go against them.
When you hear this music, fear, that's all I can say. fear will come into a lot of superstars' minds, and these two, I wouldn't say are stable, Matt, to say the least.
They're very crazy and very out there. The very unorthodox kind of fighting style that they have is just hard to prepare for.
And have you noticed something else, Matt? Bray Wyatt? We know he's got a #1 contendership match later on against Christian. Where is he?
I'm sure he's in the back preparing for his match against Christian. I know him and Christian have been having a great rivalry race recently, so hopefully they can kind of put an end to it tonight.
Well, there you go. Let's have an NSW app vote. If you think Trey Donovan, Corey Graves are going to win this, press 1. If you think it's going to be the White family, press 2. And let's see how you guys get on. Let's see how correct in the match. You've got to say though, Matt, a big uphill task here for Corey and Trey.
Yeah, they're going to have to definitely take one person down and then double team the other one to try and get the advantage over these two big guys.
Yeah, indeed. You're going to have to see, really, it's going to really have to try and throw one of them out. Try and put one of them through, well, I was going to the announce table. Would that count?
It's a table, I would think so.
Well, there you go. Well, look at this. Trey Donovan using the table already on Eric Rowan, setting it up. Maybe they could get the job done. Really show John Laurinaitis that they didn't. It was just a mishap last week. But Luke Harper here putting Corey Graves up early on. Where's he going to go? Oh no, Corey Graves are getting off the ladder. The table early on. But look at this hard shot by Luke Harper. Big shot right into Corey Graves. Matt, that is, you can feel, you can hear them from here.
Yeah, you can hear the smack of those punches. He just keeps smacking them back and forth up against that table.
Yeah, and Corey Graves really not having anywhere to go. Really, you talk about 8 or 9 shots there.
Yeah, I'm surprised the crowd didn't start chanting with that.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, but I think, well, if you can see it, the crowd are, every time you see these two guys, Eric and Luke, the crowd seem to just be in awe of them. You can tell that they sort of don't know what to think.
Yeah, they're kind of, like I said, unorthodox and just kind of out there. So I don't know if people really know what to think about these two.
Well, look at this, 2 of them on the outside here, and really Luke and Corey Graves battling on the outside. Maybe Trey's trying to psych Eric Rowan out to try and keep him out of the match here, but it's not really not working that much, as he's now just been hit with a vicious clothesline. Corey Graves, though, if he can put Luke Harper through, I think it's the first team to get someone through wins this. So you could, if he can, oh, but there, I was just about to say he could go for it there. But now maybe he's trying to hit Luke Harper with some of these punches of his own. All he needs to do is hit like a DDT or something through that table. And
looks like he's returning the favors.
Yeah, look at this. That's about 7, 8.
8.
Yeah, look
9,
at this. Even we'll count
10.
for them. It's crazy.
Oh,
but again,
gets up to 10.
Yeah. So what you need to try and put someone like the size of Luke Harper down.
He keeps trying to drag him to that table, just hasn't been able to get him on there and keep him on there.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to say the least. And I'm sure John Laurinaitis is watching this very closely after making this match as punishment. But look at this, Luke Harper going to the top. Big smash! Oh, well, look at that!
Totally missed.
He didn't put him through. Well, there you go.
Wow.
Well, the crowd's stunned there. Well, the White family win.
Amazing things you'll see here at NSW.
Indeed. Wow. And a big win for the White family.
Yeah, we were all kind of shocked and dumbfounded by that one.
Maybe Corey Graves has the Korean magic, Matt.
Yeah, maybe a levitation act.
Well, big win for the White family. They get the job done. Laurinaitis surely will be happy with what's just happened there. And we're going backstage now. John Laurinaitis discussing with Mark Russ winning the hardcore title. He's spoken to SmackDown GM Tim Jones, and at WrestleMania Fatal 4-Way, it's going to be Mark Russ, Big Boss Man from Raw. There you go, see, that's already a good match straight away. Just them two.
Yeah. Who's going to be the other two from SmackDown?
Yeah, well, indeed.
Maybe somebody like Jeff Hardy would be kind of cool to see in a hardcore match.
Well, I hate to disappoint you with that, Matt, but Jeff Hardy's #1 contender for the NSW title.
Ah.
So there you go. And surely you've been on SmackDown. See, that's what you get for not concentrating on the rest of your roster, Matt.
Well, I've been jumping through quite a few shows recently, so
Well, let's move on. We have Paige versus Brie Bella. It is the semi-final of the women's tournament, and that is your next match on Raw. And we've been talking in recent weeks, Matt, about the Bellas, how they've got this plan to really to dominate the division. A tough opponent for Brie tonight in Paige.
Yeah, this is going to be the toughest test I think Brie's ever faced in a wrestler like Paige.
Paige really has, well, since winning the title, has not been on a good roll, but really in this tournament was very impressive in her last outing, which you did last week, as I scanned through my notes, and Alicia Fox, she beat in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, she definitely showed her dominance against Alicia last week.
And well, Brie coming out with Nikki, so a bit of advantage already for the Bella to see already somebody in Brie's corner. But I see the wrestling of Paige, this could be a very interesting matchup indeed. As we can see already, Brie went after Paige, and Paige just too quick.
Yeah, I think the wrestling skills of Paige might really outweigh the fast speed of Brie Bella.
Just a quick note, guys, if you were in the app, congratulations. The app were actually 75-25 in the favour of the Wyatt family in the last match. So well done to you guys who voted for the Wyatt family. You are correct. Give yourselves a good pat on the back for that one. This one, Matt, who you got for this and this one?
I'd have to go with Paige. I think she's the more well-rounded wrestler that could take it to Natalya at WrestleMania. Yeah,
indeed. Remember, there's still another semi-final to come. That comes to you on SmackDown this week. It will be the other Bella, Nikki, taking on Layla. That is the other semi-final. So make sure you watch SmackDown this week to find out who will be fighting the winner of this match. Next week, right here on Raw, to find out who Natalya will be Natalya's opponent. And good news, Matt. Next week, Natalya will be here on Raw.
Very interesting to see how she's done with her rehabbing of her ankle.
Yeah, the ankle injury that's kept her out since Survivor Series, since she had that brutal match with AJ Lee. Remember, if you want to watch any of our past shows, including the pay-per-views, 2 ways to do it, Matt. Remember, you can do it on our YouTube channel, and also on past broadcasts on Twitch.
Yeah, we hope every fan or anybody that wants to check us out, come check us out.
So there you go. Continuing on, Paige here, and go see coming up to WrestleMania, Matt. So much is really on the. You've got a big match this week on SmackDown, Fatal 4-Way. As I say, everyone is getting so excited into this going into WrestleMania season, and you've got to see who is going to end season 1 with the titles.
It's anybody's choice. I mean, it could go any way. I mean, you really would like to see some of these good stars continue on, but you never know.
Indeed, season 2 around the corner. Remember, big announcements coming up for NSW for season 2. Make sure you check out our YouTube page where the announcements will be coming up. Raw continues on. Raw rolls on as we find out the winner of this semi-final match. Non-Stop Wrestling WrestleMania is the end of season 1 of Non-Stop Wrestling. Make sure you join us on November the 3rd for the big event of WrestleMania. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, on Raw. On the Monday night, we have got a, women's semi-final match. You are in the presence of Dave Easton and Matt Rhodes at ringside here. And, nice to see the laptop back again, Matt.
Yeah, I try to get it to every show as many times as I can, but sometimes it just doesn't show up every now and then.
Yeah, what do you think of this match so far? Very even.
Yeah, it just seems that Paige is starting to take the advantage. She had a good slam out on the outside there to weaken Brie up a little bit.
And then, but look at this, Brie come back with a nice elbow right across the face. And you can see that Paige has said that she wants to take out the women's division here in NSW. Remember the tax that she did early on. But really, as we were talking about earlier on in the introductions, she's not really been on a roll of late, and this would be the best chance to end season 1. Obviously, to go out on a high, bring into season 2, and going in as the women's champion, the dominant women's champion, if she can beat Natalya at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it would definitely keep her in the running to be on the roster for next season, but hopefully she's just got to focus on what she's got to do in this match and then who her next opponent is and then worry about WrestleMania when the time comes.
Yeah, dear, look at that. that is just showing some dominance, throwing Brie through the barriers there, and this is in a lot of trouble. Up to 7. Paige knows what's going to happen. We have not seen many people get up when they put through that barrier, Matt.
Yeah, I'm surprised Nikki isn't over there trying to help her out, but maybe she does want to get involved in this matchup.
Maybe Nikki knows that if she wins her match, she gets the shot at Paige next week.
Yeah,
and there you go. There's 10, Matt, and Paige wins, and she advances to the the final right here on Raw next week.
Yeah, or either should be taking on Layla or Nikki Bella.
Yeah, so there you go. So well, the Bellas' plans go up in smoke for this time, but Paige now in the final, and she now knows it'll be Paige versus either Nikki Bella or Layla. Check out SmackDown this coming Thursday, to find out who she will face.
Be a very interesting matchup. Either her, Nikki, or her and Layla could be very good to see who's going to go out to face Natalya at WrestleMania.
Indeed. Natalya I'll be watching on. Big win for Paige in that match. Coming up next, oh well, Curtis Barnett, where's he going? Well, he's leaving the show. Where's Megan?
Maybe he's going to meet up with her.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything from Megan recently. Maybe that is it. Maybe the hardcore title match really took it out of him. Will we see Curtis Barnett back? We don't know. Moving on, let's have some singles competition though. Biggie Langston, he's going to take on Rob Van Dam. And really, Matt, we have seen these two go at it a few times in the past. Very good rivalry.
Yeah, it's very good to see how these two kind of interact with each other. I mean, the high-flying skills of RVD and the strength of Biggie Langston has just been an awesome sight to see.
And remember, Biggie Langston, 2-time United States champion, RVD, former hardcore champion, so they know how to get it done. It should be a very promising match.
Yes, most definitely.
And Biggie Langston's power, for being not the biggest guy, you would think that, when you think of power, you would think that Biggie Langston, despite the size of him, has got awesome power and has shown that on numerous occasions here in NSW.
Yeah, he's been very impressive showing off his strength, but I think the high-flying skills of Rob Van Dam really kind of outweigh some of that.
And well, what about this guy, Mr. Monday Night, RVD? And really, how would you rate his performance on NSW since coming in, Matt?
RVD, he's kind of he had his little role with the hardcore division, but he's kind of just settled into a mediocre role. I think he needs to really pick it up to kind of show that he can shine.
RVD and really Biggie Langston playing really good position here in SW. Not really going for any titles, but this, as I say, it should be a really good match tonight on Raw. Let's have an NSW app for this. If you're watching on our Twitch TV channel, in the app, if you think RVD is going to win, give us a 1. If you think Biggie Langston's going to win, give us a 2. And let's see if you guys can get more correct, like just as you did in the match just before. So Matt, talking about season 2 coming up very shortly. As I say, big announcement made on NXT by ourselves last night that we are looking for wrestlers for season 2. And really, what an exciting times ahead for NSW NXT.
Yeah, it could be very interesting to see some of our fans be a part of the whole world of NSW here and get a chance to just see how they can do in the wrestling.
I did look at some of the people we've had in over the past season that have come in through. We've got AJZ, of course, who's doing very well in the tournament. Morgan Wolf, another Joe Disney guy as well. As you see, we've got Alexander Ralston down there in NXT, the British guy. So many good things have been going on in NXT, and big chance for a lot of the guys here to be to see their superstars in action.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw Trey Donovan, who was a new star that just came in recently, and he's been very impressive since arriving here in NSW. Yeah,
indeed. So let's continue on. Come on, guys, let us know who you think. If you think it is going to be RVD 1, Biggie Langston, give us a 2. As I say, we'll tell you how things get on very shortly. So back to the match, Matt. How do you think things are going on here?
It looks like RVD's kind of taking control of the match and kind of wearing down Biggie Langston, getting him set up to maybe hit that 5-star frog splash.
Yeah, and well, a lot of the fans though going for Biggie Langston in this one. So let's see if they are right. Remember, the fans have already been correct on one tonight. Could really be gearing up to being a fans' night for once, as they say.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a good match to see who can come out the winner.
As Langston, look at this, using the power, just throwing RVD with the arm. And then continuing on, but RVD coming back. Raw rolls on, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. It's Easton and Matt Rhodes as Raw continues. Join the superstars of non-stop wrestling on Superstars on Wednesday evenings at 11 o'clock in the UK, 6 in the East, 3 in the West. Join the wrestlers of Raw and SmackDown as they battle it out on Superstars Wednesday night. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on NSW Raw for Monday night. It is Dave Easton along with SmackDown's Matt Rhodes. And Matt, during the break, all Biggie Langston. That's all I can say.
Yeah, his power definitely came into display there. I mean, he just took control of this match.
Oh, look at this! Big ending on the outside. Sorry, Matt, for cutting you off. I do apologise. But wow, Langston showing RVD, despite really this means practically nothing for both guys, he's not taking this lightly.
Yeah, you might think it's for nothing, but to them it could mean definitely move up in the rankings and at least show that they're primed to go for another title shot at some point.
Yeah, indeed. Look at this, though. Langston getting RVD in the submission, but a bit too near the ropes. RVD using his veteran instinct there to cut him off and maybe getting one of his own here. Half Boston Crab. And again, too close to the ropes. Very, very even. RVD again catching the foot, spinning Biggie Langston around. Langston, no, manages to get out of the way of that one. So back and forth since we've come back from the break. Langston, look at this, throwing the power into RV. Oh, went for the big the big shoulder block, missed by RVD, who manages to come out of it. Drops him down with the neck breaker. And he goes the RVD. Oh, but look at that cord, Matt, into the small package. Oh,
RVD
dear.
kicks out.
Yeah, indeed, so close. Langston nearly caught him there. RVD again. The reversals continue here. And then Langston comes out, shows his power. Big clothesline. Really just nearly took RVD's head off. And maybe that could do it. Into the cover, hooks the leg. And he got him.
Yep.
And well, I think the clothesline got a massive shot in to RVD, and that is enough to put Langston away. And what a big win for Biggie Langston, and well done, chat. You got it right again.
Very good.
And what about this, Matt? What about this? Biggie Langston, no, picks up the win. Maybe just a little tiny reminder to John Laurinaitis, saying, look, this is what I can do against top guys. Maybe there's still a chance for him at WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, it could also also lead to him having a #1 contenders match, maybe against next season's champion of the U.S. title, or maybe even the heavyweight champion.
Indeed. Biggie Langston, your winner. What a way to end Non-Stop Wrestling episode 25, part 1, from Dave Easton and Matt Rhodes. Well, so much more to come. Make sure you watch our second part. Matt, say goodbye to the fans for part 1.
See you later, fans.
And that is it. Part 1 is over. Join us for part 2. It'll be coming right up.